Right now we're on the AKAI page. Alright, so we're going to go to my products so we can see all of our software and products. We can see my MPCX, the Renaissance, and MPC Studio Black. So we're going to click on software. I'm going to blur out my serial number and stuff. So as we can see here, it says new MPC 2.3, MPCX 2.3. So we're going to go ahead and download that for the operating system we're on now. I do have it on my Mac too, so I'll be doing both, of course, depending on where I'm at and which computer I'm using, or if I'm on the go and I take the MPCX with me and I take my MacBook Pro. We're going to go ahead and download the Windows since we're on a Windows computer. While that's downloading, also if you don't want to go to the actual AKAI website and you already have the MPC software installed on your computer, you can just open your MPC application. You open it, it should notify you that there's a new update available. If it's not there, like if it doesn't show up when you open it, you can click here and then go to help and click check for updates, and then it'll show you your update and you can download the update through there. The one we downloaded from the website is already done as well. We're going to go ahead and just, we're going to open this up and I'm going to drag that to my desktop. And I'm going to go ahead and just export it to a folder. And once I export it to the folder, I can see my exe file right here. So I'm going to go ahead and close the application and then I'm going to launch the installer. I'm going to select my MPCX. Let's update your MPC, update software, install software components, show on the right to latest MPC systems. Just to find out what's new, click release notes. The release notes, we're going to go ahead and check those out really quick. MPC 2.3 desktop software and firmware updates. This compatibility, desktop software, downloading the update firmware. It says new features. The standalone MPCX Live and X. The desktop software now contain 3 plug-in instruments: air, tube synth, bassline, and electric. And then the information's on the website, so you can study up on what all the new plugins and new features do. Everything, QLink navigation, the new auto sampling. And for me, since I have a lot of external synthesizers, like my Prophet and my Arturia Matrix Brute, that's a pretty cool thing to be able to do now. But yeah, it's a lot of cool features. Hopefully there'll be more in the future because there's still some other things that would be great on this piece of hardware. This is a good step right now. So we're going to go ahead and get out of this. Let's click update software, select yes. Alright, so now it took a second for it to open up. We're going to click accept and then we're going to click next. You can go ahead and read through everything to make sure nothing's crazy, like, you know, selling your soul or something. You're going to go ahead and go through all these things and see, you know, all the legal stuff. Then we're going to go to installation. There's full installation or custom. So if you don't want to install, you know, everything, you only want to install BSTs or 64-bit versions or just AAX plugins, you can do all that. I'm going to do full because I use them all. Next, you know, your location where you want to install them. Sometimes you have custom paths and things, so go ahead and make sure you set it for how your setup is functioning. I don't need to create a desktop shortcut, so we're just going to click next, install to continue with installation. So click install, continue with installation. Everything looks good. We're going to click install. Now it's installed. It does say a new version of hybrid content is already installed, so I don't have to worry about that. It says launch MPC. We're not going to launch MPC because we still have to install the drivers. So we're going to finish that. Then we're going to go ahead and click drivers. So your computer must restart after you have completed this step. Next, you must restart your computer and then run the updater to complete the installation of your MPC software. So we're going to go ahead and click OK. We're going to click yes. We're going to click yes. So what we're going to do is we're going to click next. We're going to click accept, next. If it has to restart, that's why the video will stop and it'll start back up. And I'll show you guys after if that's what is going to happen. But we're going to click install and we're just going to wait for this to install all the things it needs to do. So we're going to go ahead and let it do that and we're going to wait. Alright, so now it says the following application user files that need to be updated by this setup. Close application and then attempt to restart them. Okay, and click finish. So now everything else has installed. We're going to go back to AKAI. We're going to select our MPCX or MPC Live so we can see all of our included software. And we'll scroll all the way down to the bottom. When we scroll down to the bottom of the list, you'll see the options for the firmware updates. It says firmware update 2.3 for Mac, 2.3 for Windows, or USB update. So if you have a USB thumb drive and you want to update it that way, you can put it on the thumb drive, plug it into your MPC Live or MPCX, and update your MPC. So we're going to do it through the Windows computer, so we're going to download that. If it says this may harm your computer, because that's, you know, your security on your computer, so just click keep, go ahead and download it, open it up to wherever you have it located. I'm going to move it onto the desktop. Then I'm going to go ahead and right click it and run it as administrator. Open up firmware. firmware updater. Go ahead and click Update MPCX. It says not detected. I will go ahead and take the camera and go ahead and put it on the MPCX so that you guys can see what has to be done on the MPCX. I'll see you guys in a second. So now we have our MPCX on. Go ahead and make an empty project and then click your home signal or click menu and then select your settings or preferences. Go to info on MPC and then hold shift, and on the screen it'll say update and then click update. It will say, are you sure you want to restart your MPC in update mode? You must download firmware updater from the MPC AKAI professional website before you can update this unit. Click update. It will open in MPC update mode. Go ahead and go on your computer and click update MPC. It says preparing update. Do not power off or disconnect your MPC. It says transferring updates. So now we're just going to let this thing update. It now says programming update. So we're just going to continue to wait. And now it says done. So the MPC should be restarting. You just got a fresh update, so it might take a second for everything to process. And bam. So we have successfully installed and updated our MPC software and hardware. Hopefully, if you guys are having any trouble, you found it helpful. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys next time.